Hey y'all, welcome. I'm Christine. To my subscribers out there, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you more than you will know. If you're new watching, I would appreciate so much if you would consider smashing that subscribe button for me, please. Helps my small channel grow. That helps keep me being able to bring you projects from week to week. So I found this jewel at a Goodwill store when I was away for a few days over a weekend, and I could not pass it up. Now, somebody had tried to DIY it earlier. We're going to totally make that over. This is Roycycled Decoupage paper, and this is the Christmas masterboard. No, it's Christmas, but y'all, we're going to use this butterfly. That is not specific to Christmas, so keep in mind that your decoupage papers, there's certain elements on them that can be used for seasons other than what they say they're used for. So all I'm going to do is take that little paper out of the picture, and it was just a thin paper. I was really surprised. So I'm just going to use that and trace that for my decoupage paper. And then I'm taking a piece of like artist sketchbook paper. It's kind of a cardboard consistency. And I am going to trace that out. Also, I'm going to decoupage onto that. Now, there was no glass in this, so I didn't have to worry about that because I wouldn't have used the glass anyhow. I am using my liquid patina as my decoupage medium. I just like this to use. I think for spreading out, it works wonders. You can certainly use Mod Podge. I've even seen people use an Elmer's glue stick. So keep that in mind as well. If you use the liquid patina on smaller projects, I just simply use my fingers to level it out. This decoupage paper from Roycycled is not rural thin. If you get some rice papers, you really have to be careful. A lot of people use the saran wrap, cling wrap to straighten theirs out, but on smaller projects, I just simply use my fingers. On larger projects, I use my brayer to roll over it. So you can work with this even though you've laid your medium down. I had to pull it up some and then straighten it back out, and then I do use my liquid patina for a top coat to seal that in real well. I'm going to let that dry, then I just come back simply with some scissors and then cut that as I need to because the paper was a little bit off there. Now, the paper that I'm going to paint this frame with is a new color to me, and it's Dixie Belle Gravel Road. This is such a dark, moody gray. It is spectacular. I love it. So I'm using a brush that I have in my craft room that is going to allow me to do like a stippling motion, a circle motion, and then just a paintbrush brushing back and forth. I did one real good coat, and I still miss some of those crevices because there, as you can see, there is a lot going on in here, so there's a lot of little spaces to get in. I did have to come back with a smaller, I used a chippy brush and then push some more paint in there. The gold, I covered it up, but I wouldn't have minded if that was showing either. But y'all, look at this paint color. Isn't this fabulous? So this is more of a modern look, I would think, to me. I think this would be darker than what you would consider a farmhouse. Well, I think the whole look is just simply not farmhouse. It just has an old world look to it, this frame. So I'm really liking that. But I'm not going to stop there. If you like this dark, moody look, it is beautiful on its own. I could have left that and sealed that, but I am going to come back in with my Dixie Belle Best Dang Wax in white because I really wanted to showcase all that detail, all those little pieces. So I'm using a brush to come in, and I am going to cover this good. this is going to be my protective coating as well. So I'm going everywhere. Y'all, when I use these brushes to do this wax, for some reason, my bristles always fall out. So that's what you see me doing with my fingernails, is going around and picking up the bristles that have fallen off. So I did a good bit of it first, and then I'm simply coming in with paper towels and wiping back excess. Now, I didn't want to pull too much off. And a matter of fact, in a lot of places, I actually came back in after I wiped it and laid some more down. But like I said, this is going to be my top coat as well. But I really wanted this to get all down up in there so that that detail just pops. And in the end, I hope y'all love this as much as I do. Now, on the back, I did not paint the back or do anything with the back because it really looked like it had never been anything on the back of it, and it's obviously going to hang, so I was not worried with the back. A lot of my projects, I will do the back just to kind of finish my project, but this wasn't touched. It had not been stained nor painted, so I didn't do that. It had some eye hooks in it. I did end up taking off one side to be able to lay everything back in, but I was able to reuse the eye hooks. So you can see here that side's dangling. So I'm going to lay my decoupage piece in there. And then I'm just going to lay that. It was like a backing to a picture frame. Kind of, it was a little thicker piece there. I'm going to lay that on top. Now, my piece, when it dried from the decoupage, from the liquid patina, it did curl up some, but once I laid that thick cardboard piece or whatever that is in there on the back, it did work. Now, these fasteners that they had on the back, I've never seen anything like this before, but they actually had a slit in the wood in the inside of that frame, and they pushed in there. So they came out a little bit, so I just took my needle nose pliers, pushed those in. I just want to make sure they would be secure. And then I'm going to simply put my eye hook back on. I use my needle nose pliers to tighten that down. And there were some rough edges on this picture hanger wire. I certainly don't want anybody to get cut if they buy this from my booth. So I just went around and crimped that as well. And then this piece is done. So it was not hard to do. I encourage you guys to paint you some projects and try you some wax on it. These dark colors, use the white wax to make it pop. Your lighter colors, use your white wax as a control medium, and then put your antique wax on top. Look at this, y'all. Let me know what you think. Please leave me some comments, some thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're not already. Love you guys. Have a great week.